From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth on Buzz TV as we're out on location here on the USS Orleck in downtown Jacksonville, brought to you by our good friends at Firewatch. Going to be a great show for you lined up today, talking to so many veterans, going to have a great time, and we're starting it off with our main man, Daniel Bean. Of course, Dan with Abel and Bean. He's the reason why the Orleck is here, and we cheers you first and foremost. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. Great to have you guys on board, and we're really proud to have you on board.
Well, it's great to be here, and we're proud to be here. And you're in your Clark Kent outfit, I see again.
Yeah. We're just a bunch of volunteers. We call ourselves the Land of the Misfit Toys, and
nice.
It took us a decade here to get it here, but it's been warmly greeted. Over 13,000 visitors in 2 months. 3 weddings, 2 yoga classes, comedy club, cool. 50 different private events. And really, the future's, it's limited only by our imagination. So the things that we want to get done in the future with the ship, we knew it would be successful, and we're trying just to continue to merge ourselves into the daily lives of TV shows and other folks that have operations and events downtown.
A 12-year odyssey, you said, Dan.
Yep.
That's how long it took you to get the ship here.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So we got into this because we wanted to help downtown continue to reach its potential. It's slowly getting there. We looked at 1 in every 4 people has a veteran connection. 34 cities with a warship in their basin. So we felt like Florida doesn't have one. We felt it was a natural, and it's really turned out to be that way, that it's people gravitate to it. We have volunteers every day helping to keep us up looking good, and it's been a total success.
Talk about the history of this ship. Did I hear 11,000 missions? Is that correct?
Yes. So the Orleck, USS Orleck, is the most heavily decorated Navy warship since Vietnam. She fired more rounds in Vietnam than any Navy warship. She served in Desert Storm with the Turks. So she was owned by the Turks. We donated her in 1982, and then she came back to America in the 2000s. So she's got a tremendous history, and she's survived 2 hurricanes.
Wow. Wow, no kidding.
No attacks in Vietnam or Korean War or the Desert Storm, but 2 hurricanes almost sunk her.
That's unbelievable. What history and what American history, U.S. history, and everything that goes along with it. All right, eventually the location of the Orleck will be down the river a little bit, down by the shipyards. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. So we'll be the first attraction there, other than the Fire Museum.
Okay.
And it'll start to draw people down that way. We've always been planning to go there, and the city has accelerated some of the projects there to increase accessibility. But the bottom line is that shipyards area needs to be activated. We're going to be the first one to do that.
Great.
You'll be able to visit museums, the Mosh, the Cummer, the ship by boat. Eventually, you'll be able to visit the zoo by boat. I mean, continuing to activate the river. It's taken more time than we thought, but it's absolutely something that's imperative for the city to reach its potential.
What a great day to be in the city of Jacksonville. Our Jaguars had a phenomenal year after that huge turnaround, and we're sitting here on the USS Orleck talking to the man who helped bring this together. That must be a great accomplishment for you, Dan. It just must feel really good.
We are very proud of what we did, and now it's, we caught the tiger by the tail, and now we got to work really hard to make sure that she continues to look good, that we continue to integrate ourselves in the community. This is its own little business that we're running here. It's like a veteran-owned business, and so we have a budget. We have to make our budget, and we have our expenses. We have employees. And then we're customer service, so we have to make sure that when you come on board and you have your event like we have tonight, we want to make sure that you've enjoyed it. It was a positive experience and you want to come back.
Yeah, big Firewatch event tonight that starts at 4 o'clock here on the Orleck, correct?
Yep, and we're just bringing more attention and focus to veteran suicide. We were able to bring the numbers down so far, and obviously the suicide is too many, but we're trying to bring more focus to it and bring attention to it. And frankly, it's not just the veterans that commit suicide, it's any human that commits suicide that makes that terrible decision, to bringing attention so that you and I are a little bit more observant, and maybe we can help somebody from committing that terrible act.
No doubt about it. Great to be here, and so honored to be on the ship.
Thank you.
I will say this, one event we need to do is a music festival, and I got 2 bands that'll do it for you. All right, my man? Great to have you. Thanks for having us.
Bands.
And congratulations.
Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, that'll do it for us this time. Right now, at least, here on the USS Orleck on Buzz TV. Until next time, be safe and stay cool out there. We see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers. Born out of the bold city of the South, the Southern Grill has been a mainstay in Jacksonville's South Bank for 24 years. From sunup to sundown, Southern Grill serves up home-cooked meals daily. From breakfast to Southern cooked barbecue, sandwiches, wraps, platters, and vegetarian options, the Southern Grill has you covered. At night, enjoy some live music at our full bar or catch this week's best college or NFL game with our NFL Sunday ticket. Dine in, to go, delivery, or catering. Enjoy a taste of the South at the Southern Grill.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors. In briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV, out on location on the USS Orleck. Great to be here and brought to you by our friends at the Fire Watch. Speaking of friends, two of my old friends stopped by from the early Jaguar days, from the same draft class in 1996. Kevin Hardy and Aaron Beasley join me now on the show. What's up, fellas?
Doing good,
It's always
man.
good to see you. Welcome back to the show, I should say. You guys been here many times. We got to do that. Absolutely. How's life treating both of you? Tell the audience how life is.
Doing well. I mean, look at this sunshine. It's January and almost February, you know, and we're sitting out here on the boat, on the water, about to do a show.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's nice.
Absolutely. Beast, how you been, man? You're back into the market, of course, and
good,
having a good time.
Yeah, I'm
getting
back
things done
down here, getting some golf lessons, and just
good.
Are you still chasing that?
I'm still chasing it. Hey, it's funny because one time me and Kev played in the tournament. My first shot was like right on the green. It looked like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
After that, it was all downhill.
It's a tough game. That'll humble you, no doubt about it. How about being humbled? We're on a ship that had over 11,000 missions during its time. How about that?
It's like even hard to think about 11,000. You know,
right.
Like, what were you doing? But I've been on this ship, and going through it it's amazing because they didn't have the technology we have now.
Right.
I mean, everything is like plug in. So everything's analog now.
Yeah.
Now we're digital age.
Would you climb up to the highest peak up there? That's pretty high up there. I don't know. I think you're rocking.
I'm not risky.
No,
not anymore.
I hear you. I hear you. How about the year the Jags had, man? I know we all feel the same. Like, we loved when we played. Obviously, we had a lot of success. It's great, but it's always great when the team does well. It makes everything better.
It makes everything better. I mean, especially, this city, kind of a blue-collar city, and it's like when the Jags do well, everybody's happy. And, it felt like, I know you referenced it a couple of times, it kind of felt like 96 when we were playing.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, coming off of the Urban Meyer experience, people didn't know what to expect. They just went out there and played. And, those guys went out there and played well enough to, at the end, go on that run and just make it magical. And everybody's so excited right now and ready for next year.
I mean, winning helps, but you could tell they were a close team. I mean, even when they were going through that, 2-6, 3-7, it was, and I tell you one thing about Doug, he doesn't badmouth anybody publicly. He doesn't call out anybody. He's like, no, it's me, which you got to love about that. And I think that trickles down. He kept that locker room together. We know how tough it is when you're not winning in there.
I mean, he's a Super Bowl pedigree coach.
Yep.
He's been there. He played the game, and he knows how, from our side, how we like to feel. We don't like to be bashed. Bring us up, and then we'll play harder. We'll run through a wall for you.
Yep.
And it looks like that's what he's built over there. The kind of culture where everybody is family, and they all play for each other.
Well, I tell you what, they think. I think they need a little bit of you guys. They need some pass rush and Sam Backer, and they need another corner to lock down some things. You know what I mean? To get this defense right. But it was a fantastic year. Credit Doug. He's up for Coach of the Year. You'd think that he's probably top 2, right? I mean, Dable from the Giants with Sirianni. What a job. They got a good team, huh?
They're scared. They're scared.
Jesus, no doubt about it. Who do you got in the Super Bowl? Think Chiefs are going to hang, or you think Eagles? You're Philly guys, so you're going Philly.
But Andy Reid is my guy too. But and Eric Bieniemy. These are like some close friends of mine, and it's like both of them. I just want a great game, but I'm always for Philly. Philly over everything.
Yeah,
Philly
they're a great sports town. And
And
Sirianni said the same thing. Blue collar, it's kind of like I agree with you. Down here, it's all working hard.
They play blue collar. I mean, with that offensive line, I mean, you talk about a physical group, and it's going to be a great matchup with those guys with Kansas City's defensive line and how they can get some pressure on Hurts but like you said, I think it's just going to be a good game, and it's hard to see them shutting down Mahomes and that offense. I got Kansas City,
but then I see it's hard to stop the Eagles' offense as well.
True.
I just think. I think, I don't know, I'm just saying, without neutrality, I think the offensive line and defensive line of Philly are better. That they can control the games without blitzing. And
totally.
I feel like, because what happened with Mahomes, if you put pressure on him, you don't know what you're going to get.
Well, most quarterbacks
put pressure on him.
Especially he's hobbled. He's hobbled a little bit. It's funny, you talk about all this passing, all this throwing around, all this stuff, but at the end of the day, your O-line and D-line control the game.
Right.
I mean, for the most part, if they don't do well, I don't care what else you have. You're going to be in trouble.
And when we talk about us, in '96, we're on that team. I mean, we talk about you talked about the defense and how we improved down here. But I always say one of the best things we had as a defense was a quality offense.
No doubt.
And being able to come on the field, up 7, up 14, whatever it was, it just changed the complexion of the game. And so I think that they continue to put weapons around Trevor. Bring the guys back that need to be brought back. Ingram, do something, get Taylor
Calvin
back.
Ridley.
Calvin Ridley.
Absolutely.
And I think those guys on defense will be.
Well, think about this. Go back. Like I came off the field on third down. You guys stayed on, right? And how important was it to get the ball back to your offense that is going to give you a chance to win?
Exactly.
I mean, you take a lot of pride in that, right?
And we were kind of competing. Like, they were getting all the news. We're like, man, we got to step our game up. We got to step our game up. I do have to give Tom credit for dropping an interception, New England AFC Championship.
Drop it? I tipped it to you.
There you go.
It hit me in the forearm.
Assist.
Thank goodness he grabbed it because it ricocheted off my forearm. I didn't turn around fast enough. No doubt. Great memories. And we stay right here in this beautiful city. You're on this beautiful ship on a beautiful day.
Beautiful day.
I'm glad you guys are with me, man. Thanks for coming.
You guys.
Appreciate it. Always a pleasure. Kevin Hardy, Aaron Beasley, two of the best draft class, or one of the best in the history of the Jaguars in 1996. We're live here on the USS Orleck. Big military show all throughout the day, and great to be here. So until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on the Horse's Mouth. Cheers. Out of the bold city of the South, the Southern Grill has been a mainstay in Jacksonville's South Bank for 24 years. From sunup to sundown, Southern Grill serves up home-cooked meals daily. From breakfast to Southern cooked barbecue, sandwiches, wraps, platters, and vegetarian options, the Southern Grill has you covered. At night, enjoy some live music at our full bar or catch this week's best college or NFL game with our NFL Sunday ticket. Dine in, to-go, delivery, or catering. Enjoy a taste of the South at the Southern Grill.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors. In briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for men. Support your manhood.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV, out on location on the USS Orleck, a huge military show for us, brought to you by our friends at Firewatch. My guest this time around is Amy Dover. She's from Lorec Point Consulting. She also served in our Air Force. Let's welcome her to the show. Amy, welcome.
Very nice to meet you.
How are you? Did I get that name right?
Lorec.
Yes,
Point,
there you go. Lorec Point Consulting. There you go. Welcome to the show, and thanks for being here.
Thanks.
And thank you for your service. 6.5 years. Was that? Did you join right out of high school, college? What was your
I did.
beginning?
I joined the same year you joined the Jags.
1995.
96.
Good year. All right. Well, I joined 95. All right, we're close.
Okay, we're close.
Very good. All right. So you joined in 96. Out of high school or college?
Right out of high school.
Okay.
Joined for Signals Intel. You know, when you do that little dream sheet, you stay close. Like, I'm a Florida girl, and so I put all of the southeast states, and they sent me to northern Japan because that's close. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Northern Japan. How long were you there for?
2 years.
Okay. Enjoy it?
I mean, I loved it. I didn't even have a coat for all the snow. I mean, it was, I'm a Florida girl, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what did you do in the Air Force?
So I was Signals Intel.
Okay.
Learning how to collect and patch signals for communications.
Okay. Great. Did what you do in the service translate into the real world, as we like to call it, as a civilian?
No.
It did not?
No, but I was very fortunate in the sense that I worked side by side with a Department of Defense IT contractor.
Okay.
And they taught me new skills that were transferable. I rolled out of the Air Force, spent 11 years as a DoD IT program manager, leading IT contracts, and that helped me to parlay into business consulting.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So it did kind of start with your training.
It did.
In the Air Force. So that's fantastic. What does it mean to you to have served for our country? What does that mean?
I mean, it's a great honor to be a woman who has served and to serve honorably, to represent everyone around me. You know, I mentioned the fact that I am from Florida, and the fact that, you know, we carry our family and our roots with us everywhere that we go. So I took that seriously. Yeah,
I bet. How about with the USS Orleck being here, parked in downtown Jacksonville? It took a lot to get here.
Yes.
But how does that make you feel as well?
You know, Dan actually brought us on a tour about a month ago.
Dan Bean,
Dan Bean, love him. And so, we're both River Club members, and he took all of the River Club members on a tour and really just enjoyed the history. And if you have not taken a tour with Dan, make sure that Dan is the tour guide. Yeah.
Sounds fun. All the events they're having on here is absolutely incredible.
I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's very unique.
Tell us about your consulting business. What do you guys do?
So we do all of the unsexy parts of business, right?
Okay.
All of the things that focus on the structure of the back end of the business that make the business work, that are often overlooked.
Back office stuff.
Right. So strategic planning, operations management. We have a team of trainers that focus on the strategic training plan to help companies train their staff so that they're able to reach their goals, like bring their team with them, equip their team.
And how long have you been doing that? When did you start that?
This is my 10-year anniversary.
Oh, right.
Yes,
nice. That's not an
10
easy
years.
task.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it's tough being an entrepreneur in the beginning, isn't it?
Amen. Yes.
Absolutely. You can obviously, feel for people that you got a dream, got an idea, and you got to keep plugging away. How about our Jags? Pretty exciting.
So proud.
Come on, you're a Florida girl.
So
you gotta
proud.
love
so
that
proud.
the Jags did
yes,
well. Huh?
Absolutely.
Well, great having you on here. Thanks so much for taking the time, and thank you for your service.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Amy, fantastic. Thanks so much. All right, you're going to see more of these conversations at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Born out of the bold city of the South, the Southern Grill has been a mainstay in Jacksonville's South Bank for 24 years. From sunup to sundown, Southern Grill serves up home-cooked meals daily. From breakfast to Southern cooked barbecue, sandwiches, wraps, platters, and vegetarian options, the Southern Grill has you covered. At night, enjoy some live music at our full bar or catch this week's best college or NFL game with our NFL Sunday ticket. Dine in, to-go, delivery, or catering. Enjoy a taste of the South at the Southern Grill.
Feel a new level of comfort with underwear for men. Created for men with an active lifestyle and designed for sports, work, medical, and everyday wear. Underwear for Men has a special patented drawstring pouch which allows you to adjust the perfect custom fit around your manhood. It allows you the separation you need and the support you deserve. The drawstrings adjust to isolate and support. The mesh pouch cools and comforts. The tailored fit won't rubber chafe. A tagless plush waistband sized to fit a man's waist, and materials that are quick dry and moisture wicking. Underwear for Men is available in all your favorite styles and colors, in briefs, trunks, and 6-inch and 9-inch boxer briefs, and in your choice of cottony, extra cool, viscose, or polyester fabrics. Underwear for Men. Support your manhood.
From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, welcome into another edition of The Horse's Mouth here on Buzz TV. Out on location, out on the USS Orleck here in downtown Jacksonville. Brought to you by our good friends at Firewatch. My good friend Sammy Kavaris is here stopping by to say hello. It's been a little while. We'll welcome him back to the show. Sammy, how are you?
It's January. We're wearing sunglasses.
I know. How about it? And we're sweating.
And we're sweating. I mean, not a lot of people doing this around the country.
No, you're right about not on a battleship that over 11,000 missions.
Actually, a destroyer.
Sorry, thanks for the correction.
Right.
Well, they
11,000
battle.
missions.
Don't destroy.
They do battle. That is true.
I mean, it's kind of like an umbrella statement, Sam.
Probably the Orleck was probably the premier ship in Vietnam.
Yeah,
fired more rounds than any other ship.
Wow.
Got a couple nicknames.
Yeah.
You know, kind of a neat story. Built during World War II.
Yeah, 1944. I heard
45, right?
45.
And then
44, 45.
And then some post-war stuff. Served in Korea, served in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And then was sold to Turkey.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then they gave it back. It's been a museum over in Texas, and now we're going to dress it up.
Well, what do you think about it being here in downtown Jacksonville?
I think it's fantastic. Yeah. I mean, if you live here for any amount of time, you realize that we have a military presence in town that's very important to who our culture is.
Definitely.
And I think that it's important that we honor that with something like this.
Yeah. It took a long time for them to get down.
You know, they've been trying for about 20 years.
Yeah.
And you got to find the right ship. You got to find the right situation.
Yep.
I mean, they towed this over there. You got to have the money to do it.
Yep.
And hopefully it's funded properly and people are able to get to it easily in order to see that, because in a Navy town, there's going to be a lot of Navy guys who are going to bring their families and say, yeah, here's kind of a similar situation where I slept. And, you know, as Ronald Reagan once said, have you ever heard an 8-inch gun go off?
No. Yeah.
You don't
want to.
You don't want to be near it.
Yeah, no doubt.
He was talking about a battleship at the time.
Speaking of ships, battleships, destroyers, or whatever, ships, the ship's been turned around for our Jaguars, man.
That's
How
true.
About that, Sammy?
All thanks to Doug Peterson.
I agree.
And you know,
totally agree.
Shad tried to hire Doug last year.
Yep.
And Doug told him he couldn't. Needed some time to reconnect with his family. His brother was very sick and regrettably eventually died. His son got married. And then the next time around, when Shad realized the mistake that he made with that buffoon who was here, you got to give Shad credit in that he made a course correction immediately, like these guys would do.
No doubt.
Make a course correction.
Right, absolutely.
Right? Don't kind of fiddle. Go get on course.
Right, absolutely.
And he did that, and he offered Doug the job, and it took him a while to go through the protocols of the NFL to look at a lot of people. But, you know, they erect a statue in front of a stadium for you.
Yeah.
Probably got some credentials.
You know, I've always thought with Doug's resume that the 2 playoff years after the Super Bowl win are really impressive, because you know how hard it is to keep it together.
I mean, look at what you guys did in the late 90s.
Right.
You know, consistently went to the playoffs, went to 2 AFC championship games. And a lot of that was Tom Coughlin and how he built the team. You know, Peterson, in concert with Trent Baalke, really is starting to build a team. The important thing, and everybody says this, I think, is to keep the core guys together this year. The guys who are free agents, you've got to continue to have those guys on your team, because Dave Caldwell, good guy, and I thought he was a pretty good personnel evaluator. His problem was he always got rid of guys a year early.
Yeah.
Mercedes Lewis, they let walk as a free agent. They didn't keep Pozlosny in the organization as something all in the same year. And I mean, and the team went like that.
Right.
Because you have to have locker room presence.
I would have kept Calais too. I'd throw him in. Well,
I mean, that's what I was going to get to. I mean, how the guy was NFL, Walter Payton Man of the Year. How do you trade him?
Right.
I don't care what you got to pay him to keep him, unless they thought they were doing him a favor to send him to a contender and they knew they were going to be bad. But you got to keep a guy like Calais Campbell. I begged Calais Campbell to live in Jacksonville after he retired.
Yeah,
because he's that kind of guy.
Oh, and he's beloved here too.
And they just blew it in that situation. And,
agreed.
I mean, I think back to the mid '90s.
Yeah.
When you and Brandt and Kopp, the three of you, were sometimes starters, full-time special teams players. But the three of you were important cogs in the success of that team as guys who were almost policemen in the locker room. You don't let guys get away with anything.
Right. No, right.
And you brought a veteran presence. And the league changed during your career to get rid of guys like that and bring in young guys to save, $300,000 a year.
On each deal,
which doesn't bode well for the locker room. You look at the teams that are consistently successful. They've got a core group of players. Some of them are special teamers.
Oh, totally. The glue.
And they're still making money. I mean, sometimes you got to, they paid Joe Zelenka $1 million a year to be a long snapper.
Well, they need a good long snapper.
Because they needed a long snapper, and he was also a solid presence in the locker room for the Falcons up there for a while after he left here.
Absolutely. All right, tell people what you're up to now. I know you're nothing at all. Writing, you're right, don't you?
No, I write for my website, samsportsline.com. But, as an agent said to me, nobody wants to hear what a guy like you has to say.
I disagree. You need to write a book.
Well,
take us through the whole thing.
If I was anything but what I am, I'd still be working. But that's what all the lawyers tell me.
Well, we're going to do more. We're going to have you back on the show.
I'm the quintessential unprotected class, apparently, in today's world.
Well, what's great about that? You can say whatever the heck you want.
What are they going to do?
And I would say a different word than heck if I could, but I'm not going to. But great to have you, Sammy.
Yeah,
always a pleasure, Tom. My man.
This Jaguar team is they got a chance because they have the quarterback and the coach in place. And the coach is important for this quarterback because he played in the league.
Yeah.
He coached in the league. He was a quarterback's coach. He was an offensive coordinator.
He was a grunt, too. Backup quarterbacks are very important to the NFL.
And you know what?
To a team.
What I noticed, particularly this year, because last year is a lost year. This year's Trevor's rookie year. Just look at it that way.
Whatever.
He got used to being in the league and what it takes to be in the league. But this year, he played all 17 games, 19, 20 games this year.
Yep.
But he never made the same mistake twice. That fumble he made at the end of the Dallas game.
Yeah, I mean, the Houston pick and then the Denver pick was kind of a similar throw.
But he never made the same. Next time he ran, every time after that he ran the ball, he's holding on with two hands and all that. He's a smart guy who's not going to make the same mistake twice.
I agree. Listen, he turned it around. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
No doubt. Well, we're going to talk more about him. How about that? Good to see you, pal.
All right.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thanks,
all right,
Tom.
Sammy Kavaris, the one, the only. He's my good friend, man. We've been friends a long time.
Forever.
There's no doubt about it. Well, that'll do it for us this time around. See more of these conversations at iwannabuzz.com. Until next time, stay safe and be cool out there. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth. Cheers.